The sudden passing of Senator Lindsey Graham, he spent his final days the way he spent most of his career, on a plane in a foreign capital, pushing America to stay engaged with the world. 7 News anchor Amy Wood has more on his legacy.
Long time no see.
Senator Lindsey Graham was in Ukraine in what would be his final meeting with a world leader, President Vladimir Zelensky, just one day before his death and one day after Graham's own birthday. His service in the U.S. Senate began when he was elected in 2002 to the seat long held by Strom Thurmond. He'd already spent 8 years in the U.S. House. Before politics, he was an Air Force lawyer. In 2015, during an interview, Graham said being an Air Force JAG was the single best thing he'd ever done. He said he got to wear the uniform of his country. He served 6.5 years active duty and then stayed in the reserves while serving in Congress. That military background shaped him. Graham became one of the Senate's loudest voices for a strong U.S. military and an engaged America abroad, even when his own party started pulling the other way. For years, he traveled the world with his closest friend in the Senate, John McCain, along with Connecticut's Joe Lieberman. They called themselves the Three Amigos. That friendship was tested in 2016 when Graham ran for president himself and called Donald Trump unfit for office.
I think Trump destroys the party.
202.
Trump fired back by reading Graham's personal cell number out loud at a Bluffton, South Carolina rally. But once Trump won, Graham became one of his closest allies, his golf partner, always a phone call away, defender through 2 impeachments.
One thing I want people to know, I am standing with President Trump.
He briefly broke with President Trump after January 6th, saying on the Senate floor that night, "Count me out, enough is enough." That did not last long. They were back together within months and have stayed close through Trump's second term. Graham led the Senate Judiciary Committee when Republicans confirmed Amy Coney Barrett to the Supreme Court in 2020. He chaired the Budget Committee, more recently helping push last year's tax law through without a Democratic filibuster. He also crossed party lines at times. In 2013, he helped write a major bipartisan immigration bill that passed the Senate with 68 votes. The House never took it up. For all the miles he logged, Senator Graham always came back to one place.
Home is where the heart is, right? I live in the back of my car most of the time, but I'm not married. I don't have any kids. I guess job has become my family, but I do have family. And my sister lives here, and got aunts and uncles, and so lots of friends. This is the place I feel most comfortable. This is the place that shaped who I am.
Thank you. When he ran for president, he kicked it off where he grew up in central South Carolina near Clemson. In one of our interviews, he talked about his father running the liquor store, bar, and pool room. But Graham's parents were gone before he turned 22. His mother died while he was in college. His father had a heart attack in his sleep 15 months later. That's when Graham stepped up to help raise his 13-year-old sister, Darlene, with help from an aunt and uncle and Social Security survivor benefits. Graham understood how fragile life is.
There is no promise of tomorrow.
Absolutely.
That's what I've learned.
Graham said we all need to watch out for each other.
But we're all one car wreck away from needing somebody's help.
Help that he spent decades trying to deliver to South Carolina and the nation through public service.
If you really wanted to know the truth, you sure as hell wouldn't have done what you've done to